Hey, it's Anna, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a review of Fawkes by Nadine Brandes. It is a young adult historical fiction / fantasy. The premise is basically, so let's try that again, guys. Alright, so the story centers around a boy called Thomas Fawkes, and he is turning to stone. England has been hit with a plague that slowly turns its residents into statues. And yeah, Thomas and his family are part of one magical faction called the Keepers, and the king and royal family and whatnot are part of another faction called the Igniters, so it's loosely based on history. Thomas is the son of Guy Fawkes, and Guy Fawkes invites Thomas to join the gunpowder plot to blow up the Igniter King, which apparently will stop this plague, because that's how plagues work, clearly. Alright, so let's actually get into the review part. I DNF'd it at about 20%, therefore I gave it 0 stars. I thought the premise sounded, quirky and interesting, but my problem was with the execution. It was weird. So the magical system was odd. I don't think it was well defined or explained. The basic thing is that rich people, mind you, so pretty much only rich people, people who can afford schooling, can learn to harness colour magic, and in order to bond with a particular colour you have to have a mask that is carved for you or given to you by your same-sex parents. So if Thomas's dad had been dead and he was an orphan, he wouldn't be able to have any magic because he couldn't get a mask. So that seemed like a bit of a problem with the plot, in my opinion. And so yeah, you bond with one particular colour once you've had all your training, which is weird. And you can use that colour by using different kinds of speech, like if you want to use grey magic, I think it is, you have to be authoritative and commanding, and there's another one where you have to basically be like a politician, not say what you mean, and others where you have a silver tongue, essentially, different ways of speaking, and I thought that was weird. Then there's one particular colour, white light. Why is it called white light? There is no colour called white light, it's just white. It actually speaks to people, literally, telepathically. Now think about this, guys, it's a colour. Anyway, so the magic system was odd. The main character was a whiny, self-important pain in the butt. He's just like, I've been wronged. Sorry. But he's just like, oh, poor me, wah, wah, wah. Oh, my daddy didn't turn up, so I'm going to walk all the way to fucking London. Yep. Seems legit. While you've got like your eyes stone, turning to stone, and people are scared of the plague. Great idea, just walk out without any fucking identification or anything else into the fucking rain. The mud and stupid. The other thing that shitted me off on the second page was, I know this seems minor, but it was just something that never bodes well for a book when on the second page, which is, the first page is usually only half a page, so it's right up the top of the next one. One of the characters was making sexist comments, you know, oh, stop being, whining like a woman. Really? Wow. Yeah, I know we're in, you know, 17th century England, but the whole point of this is that it's historical fiction. And fantasy, like, it doesn't have to be accurate to that degree, does it? I don't know, it annoyed me. And the main character's a whiny brat, and the synopsis tells you that there's going to be a love story, but, you know, it sort of introduces the girl that's going to be the love interest, but he apparently dislikes her to start with, because, you know, she's been hanging around with igniters. So, and then when he gets to London and finds his dad, it's very convenient. Like, you can see from a mile away that his dad is a manipulative dickwad. And he's like, how can I use this to my advantage? Wonder if I could use my son, who I refused to, you know, initially refused to acknowledge or send a mask to or whatever else. Wonder if I could use him as a patsy. You know, treat him mean, keep him keen. It was that kind of thing. Like, I'm going to treat my son like a dickhead, and that'll just make him want to follow me more. And then suddenly he just turns around and he's like, Thomas, I'm going to tell you something really important. No, I shouldn't, but I'm going to. Join our rebellion, Thomas. What? 2 minutes ago, you were going to shove him out onto the streets and No. And then there's the whole, he hears a scream, so he goes off to rescue the damsel in distress, who turns out to be the love interest and the girl he apparently didn't like at school. But she can handle herself, thank God. Honestly, she would be the only reason I would even attempt to try to go back to this novel. And I didn't really like the sound of her either. So, pretty much I hated every character. The magic system was bizarre. I actually found places where they'd missed, like, commas and shit, which pisses me off. I'm like, get a fucking editor. That's the point of proofreading, guys. If you've got a book that is this hyped, it should be fucking perfect. Like, you can't blame shoddy editing on being self-published or whatever else, you know, like, no. Like, there is no reason that this book should have any, like, grammar mistakes in it. But it did, and it annoyed me. Kindle version, by the way. Obviously. Either way, the plot was fairly predictable as well. I'm like, oh, this is what's going to happen. A few pages later, oh, look, there it is. And the other thing was the world building was too good. It was so good that all I could think about every time somebody, like, no, pretty much all the time, was the dirt, the grime, the sewage, the pollution, urine being thrown out top story windows. Just ugh. I'm not super like OCD about that stuff, but I just have a thing about dirt and it being everywhere. And yeah, so basically all I could think of was everybody being dirty. Hello, cat. And that was another problem. I mean, that was very well done. Well done. You got the whole idea of the world happening. I just wish you hadn't, because then that was also distracting. Hello, boy. I'm having a rant. Either way, anyway, whatever. Sorry, I'm just checking my little notes to see if there was anything else I wanted to whinge about. No. Yep, no, that was pretty much it. Yeah. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe below the cat thing. Anyway, if you want notifications for future videos, hit the little bell thingy. Hello, Gizmo. Sorry. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again.